Melanin Movie Girl here to give you another movie review. Today I'm doing Fences, starring Denzel Washington, Viola Davis, Stephen Henderson, Michael T. Williamson, Russell Hornsby, and Jovan Adepo. It's also directed by Denzel Washington. This movie is based off August Wilson's play, The Famous Fences. And it is pretty much centered around a black garbage collector who is pretty much bitter because the color barrier that he once had to face is now been broken as his heyday is over from the Negro Leagues. So, in light of that, he's been pretty much taking out his frustrations on all of his loved ones. I would have to say that this movie was very eye-opening for me. This movie was very different than what I'm used to. This movie reminded me of just black men in general. And I would have to say, not all black men, but I would have to say reminded me of my great uncle, my grandpa, even my dad. His, especially Denzel Washington's character itself reminded me of that. You know, they have different characters, different male characters throughout the movie. The son, his best friend, and when I say his son, I mean his younger son, and then his older son. Like, it's several different male characters throughout this movie. But the main character, which is Denzel Washington's character, Troy Maxson, is the one that I feel like is the most eye-opening because you really get to see a lot from his perspective, how his mind works as a black man living in 1950s Pittsburgh. You really get to see that. Him being a garbage collector, how he felt about being a garbage collector, how he felt about, you know, if they had equal rights even with that, how he felt about being a family man and having to take care of the household. You know, I really enjoyed his character. I enjoy Viola Davis's character too, though. You know, I really like how they made her character, you know, being a stay-at-home wife. I really liked her character. She just also need to state, she also just won a Golden Globe for her Best Supporting Actress role in Fences, which she really deserves. She did an excellent job in that movie. Really compelling thing. Most of the locations in this movie took place, or most of the best parts, I have to say, of the film took place in the backyard. I know, right? A lot of things took place in the backyard. Things were said in that backyard, man, I have to say. Denzel Washington's character was not perfect by far, but I feel like he represented a black man that was not perfect but tried his best. And in these days, that's all you could really ask for. And I feel like, you know, a lot of people didn't understand. Like, I know his, you know, when you watch the movie, you'll see, you know, his methods sometimes were misunderstood, but he meant well. You know, and then sometimes he didn't mean well, but you would understand the dilemma or his situation, or you would feel where he's coming from in that sense. I just really would have liked to see more of the characters, some more of the, I would have to say, if we want to discuss a problem, so to speak, it's not really a problem, but I kind of would have liked to have seen, you know, there were a couple characters, when you watch the movie, you'll see there were a couple characters that they mentioned often. You never seen them in the entire movie. You just heard about them. You never knew who they were. You never saw what they looked. I mean, you knew who they were because they addressed them by name, but you never knew what they looked like. You never seen them or anything. And one character in particular, I would have liked to have seen. Honestly, I really would have liked to have seen. So I would just have to say that that was my only objection with the film. As far as the dialogue is concerned, you know, The dialogue was pretty, it felt like I was at home with the dialogue. Like that dialogue was felt so normal, felt so comfortable. Like I could relate to that dialogue. You know, I wouldn't advise, it's PG-13, so I wouldn't necessarily advise little kids seeing it, because Denzel Washington and a couple other characters, they did kind of cuss a lot. But for the most part, you know, you could tell he was an average black man. Wasn't nothing significant about that man. He was just an average, hard-working black man, and it definitely showed. And I like that about that movie. I like that they showed that. They needed to show that, because it ain't every day that you get to see a movie like that shows that. So I want to give this movie an A+. I felt like it deserved an A+. I felt like it deserved, yeah, I have to say an A+. I really enjoyed it. It was a different type of film, and I feel like it was a well-needed film. You know, didn't involve special effects or nothing, just some really good cinematography. You know, I liked the way the film was shot. I liked the scenes. I liked how the scenes opened up, how they switched and all that. The close-ups, I liked it. I thought it, you know, made you feel the movie even more. It was just pretty much pure art. Like, really, just pure art with the film. So I have to say I really enjoyed that film. Anywho, that's it for my review. You can subscribe down below to see and find out future reviews. And also like this. I like this review. I thought it was pretty good. Please make sure you go see this if you haven't already. It is definitely worth the watch. And I'm Melanin Movie Girl, and you have a great day. See you later.